morning everybody, I'm Mitzi and we are going to prepare some nice cake for you today. That is small cheesecake, and I think in Sri Lanka everybody loves cheese, and that's the reason that we shall for the beginning make small cheesecake together. Let's go to our kitchen.
Buscando como un loco por el mundo, y si ya no aguanto un segundo, alguien venga dígamelo ya, si la miro por aquí o la miro por allá, porque la busco yo la busco y no la encuentro, ya yo quiero que llegue ese momento en que yo le pueda decir que sin ti mi vida no puedo vivir.
To make our beautiful cheesecake, we need a tray, what we are using usually for muffins or cupcakes or anything, and we need paper cups. To paste the paper cup for the tray, we must put a little bit of butter down, that paper is not flying around when we are putting the cheese mixture, and just to do like this, and to take the paper cup and to put inside to paste for the bottom of the tray. From this mixture what we have, we can make 12 cakes, and don't think that it is too much, it will be exactly how much you need. And this cake you can make with Philadelphia cheese, but if you cannot find Philadelphia cheese, you can use any cream cheese, it will be same good. And this is actually small New York cheesecake, what is quite popular in America, and they use Philadelphia cheese because there they have a lot Philadelphia is invented there in 19th century, and for any cheesecake they use that, but here we use some other cream cheese. Now when we put the papers down, we have to make the base. Base we are making out of biscuits. We need melted butter. Use good kind of butter, don't use salted butter, use good kind of butter, and just a little bit of sugar. Instead of sugar, to make things healthier, you can use bee honey. That gives beautiful taste, but you will not have this crunchy taste what you usually get with the sugar. It means you can use yellow sugar, white sugar, whatever you want. Now, to mix everything, I shall put, I need 100 grams of biscuits, grind biscuits, 15 grams of sugar, and 50 grams of melted butter. I mixed sugar and biscuits together. Then I shall add slowly the butter. And what now we have to do? We have to mix. And of course you must mix till you get like a paste that you can put in your tray, and it's coming like a hard base. For this we need of course a little bit time, but what is important for this cake, it's important that you can make very fast. It means you need maybe 30 minutes for baking, and to prepare the cake you don't need more than 15 minutes. But for cooling you will need longer time. For cooling maybe you need 3-4 hours. The best thing is if you leave during the night in the fridge, and the day after you will have a good cake. Now to make the bottom of the cake, we shall put everywhere like 2 teaspoons of powder. I'm doing just faster because I know already the measurements of this cake. See, this it's important for each one to put. And the best part is that you can change your cake every time. It means you can use different fruits. You can use fresh fruits, you can use pie fillings, you can use whatever you think of, and every time your cake will be different, of course. Now when we fill the cups, we have to press the bottom down and that we can do with the fingers or we can do with some small spoon. It's not important. It's important that you don't mess up very much your cups around, because that part is visible. We are removing the paper cup after, and to make a good cake you have to do few things in advance. You must preheat your oven. That is for any cake what you're making, especially cake what has flour, what has baking powder, what has eggs. You must preheat the oven, because if you don't do that, your cake will just fall down and it will be like a pancake. It means we did it. I already put my oven on. This cake I'm baking on 150 centigrade, and it will be for approximately 30 minutes. Now we finish the base. Just I must say, before we start to make mixture, I must say something about making cheesecake or any cake, apply to any cake. It means we said oven must be preheat. All ingredients must be outside of the fridge. All ingredients must be on room temperature. Then when we start to mix cheesecake, what is very important, not to mix cheesecake, not to mix cheese too much, because cheese is taking air, and when we are baking, the bubbles of air has intention to go out and the cake will break. It means to mix as much as possible. That's the reason also that it's important that everything is on room temperature. Now we are starting with the mixture. Now we have a cream cheese. Cream cheese, you can buy any kind of cream cheese what you find here. Of course the best is Philadelphia, but we don't have it usually here. And New York cheesecake is usually in Philadelphia, but doesn't matter. We shall use any cream cheese. I shall put in my mixer and I shall start to mix on low speed. This is also important. The cheese, especially when you start to add the eggs, must be on very low speed. Otherwise, again, air will come to your cake. And we are mixing just till cheese gets like a paste, but always we must mix this, and with the scraper we must scrape the walls of the dish, the walls of the mixer, because otherwise if you don't do that you will get lumps. And of course you cannot have lumps in cheesecake. This takes a little time and little to be patient, but still it's fast. Again, I'll do the same thing. It means till you see that your cheese is very soft, you have to mix it on a low speed. It's good to have some silicone spatula, because that's the most easy thing. Now it's becoming all right. I can put sugar inside. I need 154 grams of sugar. Okay. And now even mixing will be easier. You see, the speed should be between low and medium speed. Again, scraping. Still it's hard, quite hard, but as we said, we have to be patient. For any cake what we are making, it's necessary to be patient. And in this, I shall add also a pinch of salt. That is just like this, you see. And now I shall start. I have 2 eggs here. I shall add one by one to my mixture and mix. Definitely your cake will be broken. Some of cheesecake we must cook on water. Actually we have to steam. This cake is very small and doesn't take a long time to bake like usually cheesecake takes, and that's the reason that we don't need water here, because it's short time of baking. Now I shall add another egg inside. It means eggs we are adding one by one. Again I have to scrape. This is only part what can bother you, but you see it's fast and easy if you have good silicone spatula. Okay, then now to add, you see the time of mixing is very short. Now I shall add vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half teaspoon of lemon zest, that gives a special flavor, and on the end, I shall put here, I shall add something what is the best ingredients for any cake, for many cakes actually, that is sour cream. Sour cream also should be in room temperature, as all other things. We are adding here. And just to mix a little more, and things are ready. You see, this is the fastest cheesecake what you ever saw in your life. I shall remove this now. Leave it here. I'll take my bowl. I shall again mix a little bit with the spatula. You see, I get quite mixture, liquid mixture. And now it means no lumps, nothing. And now what we have to do, we have to put in our molds. I brought my tray from the fridge and the base is ready. And now we have to fill piping bag, or if it is easier for you, you can use ice cream scoop. It's very easy with ice cream scoop, but it's much faster with this. I take a big spoon and then I fill the bag and I start to pipe. You see, this is exact what shouldn't happen, that you have drop of cheese here, because it will take the paper out and the shape of the cake will not be good. It means try to avoid dripping cheese around, or if even that happen, you just clean. Oops. This is when you have air. Now everything is ready. We have cake in front of us and you see how it looks. We shall put in oven tray and we are going to put to the oven to bake for 30 minutes. Don't forget it. Well, after finishing bakings, I'm bringing you some small nice cakes, what you like. Of course now main part is coming, that is to decorate them or to put fruits, whatever you like. You can put fresh fruits, you can put pie fillings. I usually use blueberry pie filling.